Welcome to City Boys Up, episode 14, 15, something
16.
16.
Episode 16.
We
just talked about this.
Yeah, well, I made a really bad joke and then I forgot. So last week was what, Hot Wings Challenge? How did you guys enjoy that?
Bobby, you go first, buddy.
Yeah.
How's that for you?
It was, I started out really fun. It was when we just did the hot and suicide wings. They actually tasted really good.
I had a lot of confidence after eating the first little bit of those.
You guys
wings.
kind of screwed us over because you didn't tell me that not to drink water. Or wait, you did tell me and I just did it anyways.
No, Daryl did the right thing. He didn't tell anybody any information.
He told Serhiy. He gave Serhiy inside
and I still fucked up. I still drank the water, dude.
I gave Serhiy a heads up. Here's what you do.
Why would you give him a heads up?
Because I thought Lars was out for sure.
You wanted to see me. I thought you wanted to see me.
I knew you were going to be
suffer.
out on if we did mild.
Yeah, because when we went for ramen and I did. Yeah.
You were sweating in your bowl of ramen.
No, you man.
Yeah.
I would bet against you.
You know, I'd never even had a hot wing before.
No, I thought it was crazy.
That. Yeah, and then we started on hot. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
So we did hot and then suicide. And then there's two hottest. Scorpion's Kiss. And then the last one was
Black Mamba.
Black Mamba,
Yeah.
And we did really well up until the Scorpion's Kiss.
Yeah.
I thought Scorpion's Kiss still tasted good though.
Yeah,
yes,
it was hot, but there was still flavor
like when it
to
jumped to Black Mamba, it was ugh.
Black Mamba was just like
just violence.
Yeah,
just violence, dude.
There was no flavor. It was just hot.
It's like an extract powder, right?
Oh, okay.
So that's how they make it. It's an extract powder, and then for those ones they just add a little bit of water to it, so it'll coat. So it doesn't. There's no flavoring, nothing.
But yeah,
it's disgusting.
Yeah, that burned for like, it felt like an eternity, man. I only had a little bit and it sucked.
We only had 2 wings of each.
Yeah.
And like the pain that came with that last one.
That night, I was like, oh, I'm perfectly fine. The next morning, I was like, holy shit.
No, it was crazy when I got in the sauna and I literally started sweating and it started burning my pores and I was like, I had to get out in 15 minutes, man.
That was that night, eh?
That was that night because I'm like, I'm just gonna go sweat it out. You know, I had some wings, get in the sauna, and I was like, holy fuck, I feel like I have a rash on my skin right now. Like that was insane.
Yo, I went to walk my dog in the morning and I almost shit myself. Like as an adult, that was the.
Bring out the Huggies.
And I just barely got home. I was debating just doing it. I'm like, should I just do it?
So without like saying who won, anything like that, we can discuss there was a bonus round.
Yeah, so $1,000 to whoever won in the end, and it was 6 wings of the spiciest one, which is Black Mamba.
I never really mentioned to anybody. But I did actually have him make those ones hotter.
Fuck off.
I knew it. I called that. I was like, he's going back there to tell me to make it hotter. I knew it.
Okay, wait. All the Black Mambas or the 4?
The bonus round.
The bonus
round?
The $1,000 bonus round.
Fuck off. Holy shit.
I'll remember that. I'll remember that.
Listen, it's funny because it's already passed.
Okay, we can't give more.
Oh,
we can't give more.
I figured if I leave it for a couple weeks, I wouldn't get punched in the face.
Oh my god. So yeah, that's.
But that's gang. Whoever finished those ones, that's gang.
Yeah, that's some gang. That's some fucking. They sent it for sure.
Yeah, that was fucked.
They had a rough night, but they sent it. That's all we can say about that. But yeah, that'll be dropping soon, and it'll be a good video. A lot of sweat and tears in that one.
Everybody at one point was sweating. You were sweating on the suicide,
bro. Yeah. I don't know why. Clearly, my body just doesn't want this.
No, you kept going. Even your back was.
Dude, I went to the bathroom after, and I was like, I had to towel myself dry. I was bad.
Yeah, I did a full. Showered in the sink.
That was bad, man. That was bad. But
so shout out Wingporium in Hamilton.
Yeah.
Wingporium in Hamilton.
I would totally go back there because like they're hot.
Actually good.
They were so good.
Yeah.
They're jerk. So good.
Yeah. They had quality wings and stuff. Yeah.
They had a hot honey one that we had.
Yeah.
That one was so good.
That was suicide too.
Yeah, like
so good.
I would never just go to a wing place and get suicide wings. Or like after having them, I would totally do it.
I wouldn't.
To be honest, like I
Suicide
don't.
wasn't even that hot.
Like, I eat hot, but like Frank's hot, so I couldn't really comprehend like what this was gonna be like. You know.
Yeah. Well, I'm surprised you did it with us. You're like, I'm not even on camera, but I'm actually gonna do this completely fucked thing with you guys.
So the stinky fish challenge, I was watching it, and you can hear me gagging outside the truck. Like,
I remember hearing that. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Because you were gagging, and then he started going.
I think it got him going. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one, it didn't affect me at all.
Yeah, you fucking ate it within 0.5 seconds.
Bro, people in Sweden eat that for fun.
in Sweden, not here.
Like, people somewhere on Earth, people eat that as like around the dinner
Those
table.
are some fucked up people, bro.
Yeah, that's still outside.
The Swedish
and it
people
still stinks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna set the title of this to Serhiy Sidey, UFC fighter, hates Swedish people.
So I got $1,000 and another can of that fish.
Yeah.
If you could sit and eat a can of it.
Oh, the whole thing would be tough.
Yeah.
It was pretty gross, to like the texture of
But
it.
bro, you're talking this big game, bro. You can't do it.
That's disgusting, man.
Put $1,000 out for me.
I'll
and
got
we'll see.
$1,000 right now. Yeah.
No.
We'll go do it right now. Literally, like,
I was talking too tough.
Bro, this guy's getting ready, starting to injure himself.
Like, you know,
Give me out
All I
of
can
here.
say, bro, it's not worth it.
Kyle almost ends up in the hospital.
All right. No more spoilers for that one.
Yeah, we've given away too much.
But
That's so
that'd be
funny.
sick. But yeah, for the rest of this pod, we're just gonna do like a big question and answer, kind of get to know us, and just get some questions going, man.
So Daryl's going to be asking us some questions here.
all right. So just so everybody knows, we didn't prep these questions or anything, so no time to think about it.
A little nervous, not going to lie.
I'm not really going to say like, who the question's for, just everybody can kind of answer, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So the first one's kind of a given. People kind of want to know, how do you guys all meet?
Let's just start first.
Everyone's a little different.
Yeah, everyone's, I guess, a little different. I don't know. Should I start? I don't care.
Yeah, go. You start off.
Me and Bobby met, at Big Hit? So we both worked at, like, a cardio fitness box place.
I was like 19 years old.
Yeah, you were super young. I was, like, 25, maybe. And then...
Yeah, that shit was wild.
I feel like we were at, like, we always, between classes, would, like, chat for a while.
Yeah.
But we were definitely in different places in our lives at the time, I guess.
Lars wanted to kill every other coach that existed. So I was like, well, he doesn't want to kill me, it appears. So I think he likes me. So I don't know.
Because you were the only person that's like a fighter who actually knows what they're doing. Everyone else is like masquerading as someone who knows what the fuck they're talking about. It was a tough environment. It wasn't at all. I was just a dickhead, wasn't I? Yeah. And then I met you when you were like 16, but like way back when I was training at Parabellum. Yeah. And then... I don't even know. Like, we just kind of had each other on...
We must have met from, like...
Maybe,
from
yeah.
us, right?
And then I started, like, reached out to sponsor you, and then, I guess, yeah, all of our friendships kind of grew from there, I guess.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Man. And then we met at BTC back in the day, right?
I remember this dummy was training for his first amateur fight.
Yeah.
MMA.
Yeah.
I remember Lyndon was... you were sparring for your fight, and I was just like... That was, like, one of my first ever sparring sessions. And like, can you work with Serhiy? Like, he's got a fight coming up and he's partners. I'm like, sure. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, but let's try it out here. And from then on,
yeah, we started training.
I heard Serhiy beat you up once and then never sparred you ever again.
He
That's
did,
what I heard.
but that was I was like still not ready for my first fight. He had already had a couple fights, and like,
look at the smile.
I beat him up.
Is that when he broke your nose?
He broke my nose and he fucked my leg up so bad that I couldn't walk for a month. I still have soft tissue damage in my leg because who was watching? I think Scotty was watching over, and he actually at one point had to like pull me out because I was just trying to not die. I had blood everywhere.
Dude,
I was
that was like
limping.
A war. Why did we spar that hard?
You guys should spar now.
I was gonna say we could run it back.
Dude,
yeah.
But sometimes I think about every time we start a warm-up round, sometimes we warm up together, and I'm like, should I just get him back? Should I just get him back today? Because I'm like, fuck, man. I remember being like, I can't let him beat me up. And he's beating the shit out of me, and I'm like, I don't know what to do.
That's so funny.
That shit's too funny. And then Bobby like moved from Thunder Bay. You know, this guy's rocking some some Abercrombie and Finch, Little American Eagle. I taught him how to fucking dress. We went to the clubs.
You turned him into a fuck boy.
Yeah,
Hey,
turned him into a fuck boy.
Like, let me introduce you to women.
Oh man.
You ever had any pussy before?
I didn't know anyone when I lived here, man. When I moved here and started training, I was like, I'm not gonna make any friends. I'm just gonna commit my life to this shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, Serhiy was like the only person there that like, okay, like, oh, we kind of have things in common. I was like, we went out one time, and I was like, all right.
He's like, oh, guess I'm stuck with this motherfucker. Yeah.
Serhiy's like, I remember one night we were going out, like the first time we went out, we were like listening to music and we were just like vibing. He's like, I feel like by the end of tonight we're gonna be really good friends. I was like, yeah, I'm not getting rid of him.
Yeah.
So you come from Thunder Bay to pursue like MMA?
Yeah. So my family lived in Thunder Bay, and I moved down here for school. And then they were staying up there, and I ended up coming back here and staying in Burlington once my mom moved. So
Right.
yeah, I just like literally moved here, and I actually moved back for a year. After a couple of years, man, since then I never looked back.
Mm-hmm.
So what got you into MMA? All of you.
For me, it was literally that Never Back Down movie. I'm not even kidding. Like I have to. I said it like once already, so like that's what it was. But it was just like it was like I guess two things. Well, number one, that movie came out. It's like the cheesiest fucking movie ever. But I watched it like 100 times, bro. The guy, like a new kid comes into high school, you know, like pulls the girl, bro, starts training, wins fights and stuff. That was like that grade 9 motivation, you know, because I was literally going to grade 9 when I started MMA. And I was just like a skateboard kid, super scrawny, and like I just like had definitely no confidence about like fighting and stuff at all. And I'm like, yo, I better learn some shit, because I kept hearing rumors about high school kids being like, yo, you're gonna get bullied and stuff, like blah blah blah. And I was like, yo, I better learn something. So I joined the gym going into grade 9, like the summer going to grade 9, and then honestly after that I just never looked back. That was for me.
I would always like watch it and then like wanted to try, but never really did. And then I guess my dad died, and then I was like super angry, and I got into a bunch of street fights. I got knocked out cold, like really badly, like out. And then after I was like, clearly this energy isn't like leaving me. Like I still was angry and wanted to fight people when I was drunk. So I was like, I gotta channel it. So I just got into Muay Thai and started competing from there. Yeah, kicking people. And I didn't get in a street fight again until a year ago. So
Good. So when you dropped that guy with the leg kick,
yeah.
it wasn't Tanner, was it?
That doesn't count as a street fight.
Okay,
I don't
fair
think.
enough.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I had never trained at all until I was 18 and I moved here, or 17 and I moved here, and I just like, I was such a pussy growing up, man. Like I was so soft. Like if somebody had talked shit to me, I'd be like, I don't know why. It was something with confrontation.
I was too, like super young. Yeah.
So was I, dude, to be honest.
With confrontation, I just wasn't good. Even when I would play sports, like I played a lot of sports. If like we were playing lacrosse, somebody wanted to fight me, I'd be like, I kind of freeze. I had like a natural freeze reaction to almost every confrontation I had physically, or even emotionally. And like once I found that I could kind of control it, through training and learning, it like, I don't know, I got like weirdly obsessed with it. And I was like, fuck, I can actually like, maybe it's a confidence thing, but it really,
I think it's a flip. Like it's like you almost like feel when you were like vulnerable as a kid, maybe you were taken advantage of, and like now as an adult, it's like, no, that's not happening.
Yeah.
Plus, it's just cool to level up that skill, right? The more you level up and stuff, the more that confidence grows, your mindset grows, and then your belief in yourself goes, right? I definitely felt that too, for sure.
And it's like the more you fear, like I feared so much about physical confrontation that if I can learn to master that, not even master, just become comfortable with it, like it helped me grow a lot.
Well, now like I look at you as someone who's like, I have something I'm scared of and I move towards it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Growth.
What?
Growth.
Street fights. Who's been in a street fight?
I've been in a street fight. Yeah, I'll tell you that.
What were these stories you were telling of him like taking his shirt off?
Oh, bro.
Shit to
This guy would put his hand up. He'd be in any street fight fucking possible when we were 18, 19.
Bobby made sure that I
It's so weird
Didn't
to
go
me
to
because
jail.
you're not like that.
I was, man. Like,
It's only when he drank, though.
yeah.
But
When I was
even
like
you drink
18,
now, you're just like happy.
well, I'm fine now. I think I was just more. I didn't know how to like control my like. This is before like I did any mindfulness or anything. So clearly, I didn't know how to control my demons.
Yeah.
But you'd been training for years.
I was, but I didn't have any like mindfulness skills or anything,
yeah.
bro. And I would just like drink it. I just like I want to fight everyone, man. Like it was bad. But the craziest story I had was me and my buddy were bouncing a party for my younger brother and his friends. It was like a high school party, and like 5 guys showed up, and they were like weren't allowed to like go into the party. And like same thing, I had a few drinks with my buddy. Like this is one of our like Bobby knows this kid too. Like I don't want to mention his name, but they were like, yo, you guys can't come in, blah blah blah. And then like right away they started instigating, and like I was just like, oh perfect, like let's go, like fight time, right? And I got up and I remember like dropping one guy with a punch, and then his buddy like pulled out a leather belt with like the metal buckle and whipped it on my buddy's face, and it hit him in the ear and it sliced his ear in half, like literally cut his ear. And then my buddy just starts bleeding out and he starts freaking out and he just runs into the house. And now it's me with like literally 5 dudes. I hit a guy with a double leg, hurt my knee into the ground, like I smashed into the cement. All of a sudden, some guy starts to soccer kick me in the face, misses me by like literally a centimeter. Like, dude, that could have been my life right there, right? It just misses me, and then luckily, like by the time I got up, my brother and all his friends came out, and all those guys dipped. They're like, "We'll be back, we'll be back," and they obviously never came back.
That's crazy.
That, and then my buddy had to go to the hospital, get his stitches in his ears. Like that thing was like, blood everywhere.
You said he hit him with a belt.
With the belt buckle, and the guy threw it at me, bro. And I was wearing a leather jacket. I straight up forearm blocked that shit, bro. I felt like a G.
High guard.
Oh my god! But that was the scariest moment. I'm telling you was when I like hit the ground for that double leg, and I went to posture and punch, and like a kick just went flush by my face, and I was just like, dude, that could have been death.
Yeah,
that could have been death. And honestly, I haven't fought since, man. And I haven't. And like, I definitely avoided.
Was that high school?
That was past. Like my brother might have been like grade 12, grade 11, so I must have been 4 years older. So I was like somewhere in university, college. Yeah, that's fucking crazy, dude. That was a fucking scary one.
I can only imagine.
Dude, I was just like, thank God, like somebody was looking out for me, man. Because if I got kicked in the face, I could have been dead, like legit.
Yeah, soccer kicks are
soccer kicks are
you see those on the street, like you watch like World Star videos, like when the guy gets kicked in the head, and it's like, and then it's not like they kick him in the head and leave him. They'll kick him in the head and they'll kick him again and again.
Man.
And
like 5 dudes. I was there by myself. Like who knows what they would have done, right?
And it only takes a couple of seconds.
I
to
dropped
get
the
brain
motherfucker,
damage.
bro, clean. That felt good.
That's fucking.
What about you boys?
You want to go?
Go ahead, bro.
I guess a funny one is my roommate at university was like seeing this girl. She was out from Vancouver, and then her like ex like came in to surprise her with his friends. Like flew in to her birthday party, but we're all there. Like it was fucked, right? And they kind of didn't know at first, and then he like forgot his passport or like his ID, so he couldn't come to the bar. And then his friends did, but they found out at the bar that like my buddy was sleeping with her, and we're outside having a cigarette, and they're like talking about how they're gonna jump my buddy. And I'm like, guys, like if you do, like we're gonna have a problem. Like I can't let you. And then they're like, oh, whatever. And like I'm inside and I see them like walking up. Like one guy in the bar goes up to my buddy and he like swings his fist back, and I just grab him, like throw him and start hitting him. People like pull me off. And then my buddy hilariously turns around, sees the guy in front of him, and just starts beating him up too. And then they got kicked out and we didn't. And then, my buddy ended up bringing that girl back,
Let's go.
which is fucking so funny. Yeah, that was a funny fucking story.
You're a hero of that story, bro.
Yeah.
You're like John. He like knew the punch was coming. They fucked up.
Did you ever get in a street fight?
Never, bro.
Yeah, I figured, man.
That's crazy.
That's good, man. Yeah.
You prevented breaking up your fight.
dude, legit.
I don't know why I've always been like that. I've always wanted to break up the fight.
Thank God, dude.
So I think it's
But also
important.
because I'm a pussy, you know.
We should start asking all the guests.
This story
If you've been
is
in a
so
street
funny.
fight, let's hear about it.
Yeah.
Okay. In your opinion, is it important for your coaches to have been fighters previously and experienced it?
1000%. Everyone's gonna say
I think we've talked about this
all the time. Yeah.
It's not like you can't be a high level coach and not have competed in that sport, but I think it's important that you have competed in general.
Yeah.
I don't think you've had to compete at a high level. Is that what you're kind of saying? Yeah. Like,
Or not even, but like, let's say you're, Henry Hoof's kickboxing coach. but he coaches MMA.
Yeah. But there's a shit ton of boxing coaches that might have had like 5 amateur fights. And it's not like they were like high level guys or anything.
I just think when it comes down, bro, to like the like you're in the fight and your coach is like yelling advice out, like that trust, bro. And like you can say all that shit that you trust if you trust him, bro, but like in that moment your subconscious is gonna be like, I trust this guy or I don't trust this guy. And knowing that like our coaches have all been in there, done it, bro, like went to high levels, you know, like fought high adversity and they felt those emotions. It also makes me comfortable because I'm like, yo, this guy knows what I'm feeling right now. Yeah. Couldn't imagine a guy in the back room being like, bro, why are you stressing, bro? And like, you've never had a fight, you know what I mean?
And that's why some of those coaches are so bad, because they'll be like, don't be a pussy. It's like, you've never done this before. You don't know how fucking terrifying
I think it's so important. Yeah, and exactly. Like, who knows? Their careers might have not been like the highest level. It doesn't matter, man. You guys had the experience. You know, you felt those emotions, and that I think that's such an important thing. And then maybe for example, like strength and conditioning, like, okay, like my strength and conditioning coach doesn't need to have MMA fights. He understands the sport. He does all that stuff. Course, and he's a black belt at strength and conditioning, right? We need MMA coaches who are black belts at MMA, right? So it is different stuff, but bro, that's been a thought of mine for a long time. Like I always thought that. That's why I think I trust these guys.
So for sure. I can only really speak for striking, but like I think the difference between like there's plenty of people who like teach boxing. Like it's easy to teach someone like how to throw a punch, or okay, so you could teach like uppercut, jab, hook, whatever. But then the difference between like someone who's fought and someone who's just teaching like the basics is like setups, cadence, timing, rhythm, footwork, right? Like, and how to add all those things in to like create a fighting style. And if you've never felt that or had to do that yourself, I don't think you can teach it to anyone else, because you can't even comprehend it. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. Especially when it turns into like, you can teach how to throw a jab across, like you said. You can teach how to, you can even teach like very in-depth aspects of the sport without having to have physically done it. Like, you know, you can teach how to throw a jab if you're not great at jabbing, just from watching videos and breaking down if you're a specific person, I think.
Well, here's a question, I guess, like in wrestling or jiu-jitsu, is it a little bit different than striking, whereas like they can teach you more of the sport if they haven't fought, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've never seen a wrestling coach that's never wrestled.
No, I'm fought. A wrestling even Prickett's never
fought.
But how much wrestling? He has so much wrestling.
100%.
It's a combat sport. That's what I'm saying. I think coaches that do certain, as long as you've done competed a combat in their sport, you can coach similar. Like it's you know, wrestling's one aspect of MMA. But like you're saying, I don't think you need to have MMA experience to teach MMA.
Yeah, and the biggest thing about Prickett, dude, bro, this dude is consistently learning, consistently analyzing fights, going to the best rooms in the world. Like,
I'm not saying.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, that's like why, like, that's another guy. Like, oh yeah, man, he's never like had an MMA fight, but like, goddamn, he has the highest level wrestling, and he's
also competed at the highest level.
He's done the weight cuts. He's been through all that.
And the competition.
I think he was like one of the best Canadian wrestlers of all time.
Yeah, he was in the Nationals.
Sorry. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's different.
But at the end of the day, it's like he competed.
It's the competition, man. It's like, also, how can you coach an athlete and they lose and be like, you know, everything's gonna be okay? It's like, how the fuck do you know? I want my coach to be like, you know, I've been there. Like, you can really empathize with the feelings of losing versus like, they never been there. And like, keep your head up, champ. You'd be like, fuck off, man. Like, it'd be tough. I'd understand. I'd be like that too. But that's why it's different when you're like, you know, your coaches have been through the exact same things that you've been through or are going to go through.
Yeah.
Facts.
All right. Someone who inspires you.
Shit.
I got a weird one. I got a weird one.
You go first.
Yeah.
I find 50 Cent is the like most inspiring human being on.
I thought you were gonna say your mom or something. Like,
I fucking love listening to it. Like his whole life story is like insane. I love listening to like his mindset and everything.
Right, because that probably relates to you for business and all that other stuff.
Well, he's such a business guy.
Yeah.
It's just so like his mom died at an early age, and she was like a hustler. He moves in with his parent, and then like he has no one to rely on but himself. He ends up the background with like the Supreme team, who is like the biggest drug kingpins of Harlem, and he goes up against them. They fucking try to kill him. He gets shot 9 times. Yeah. Builds his career back up and is just like not fearless. Like goes against them. Like it's wild. And then if you ever like honestly listen to his interviews, just on like Hot 97 or whatever, he He's fucking brilliant. Business, everything. Yeah.
For me, definitely, like, at this point in my life, like, I gain inspiration from, like, a bunch of different people, like, high level achievers, and, like, doesn't matter if it's MMA, if it's other sports, if it's, like, you know, like, podcast, whatever they are, like, fucking neuroscientists, like, all that. But definitely when I was younger, like, the big people that inspired me was, like get my coach Gav and like, Lyndon, because, like, I was like, not even, I don't even think I was amateur yet, but they were, you know, Gavin was just, like, this, like, high level fighter, and Lyndon was in his pro career, right? So I'm literally watching these guys being like, this is what I want to do, and like hang out with them Friday and Saturday, and I'm like thinking they're like the shit, like the coolest people ever, right? And like just like learning, like just like how focused they were. Like Gavin's just like always been like so big with like lifestyle, eating healthy. The guy showed me like literally everything about like diet, nutrition, sports performance. Like had my first kombucha with that guy. I was like, this is shit. Like, why would you make me drink this? I was like 15 years old, and now I'm like obsessed. Yeah. So those guys. But now, man, it's just like I take inspiration from everyone, man. I see like even guys like in my weight division, man, guys like other guys like Izzy, all these guys that coming up, man. I take little pieces and try to fit into my own kind of thing, bro. Yeah, but can't say there's like one main person now that inspires me. What about you?
You're gonna say us, right?
It's gonna say Serhiy for sure.
I kind of thought
That
Serhiy was
Serhiy
gonna
guy.
say me, but
Yeah.
Lars was like,
Yeah,
I was like,
he's
one
gonna
of you,
take it.
one of you gotta say it.
You know, it's wild though. It's like I can kind of relate to it. So it's like I don't idolize anybody. Like I don't have like one person. I'm like, I look up to this one person. They do this. I want to do this. I feel like I've always looked at the people around me more than not. So it's like people that I surround myself with daily. Like obviously you guys are a big inspiration, but like somebody like my girl, like Marlena, like, she inspires me every day because she grinds. She works hard. Like sometimes when you're feeling low, it's like you just want that one person that's going to bring you up. And it's like, I surround myself with those people.
positive
so it's like,
energy, right?
positive energy. And it's
Yeah.
like, even if the energy isn't always positive, even if she's grinding, or like if you're mid-fight camp and you're grinding, it's like, shit, I see that. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I can do that shit too then. I don't know. I've never people are like, who's your favorite fighter? It's like stylistically I could tell you, but like, to be honest, nobody.
Michael Chandler.
I love the raw emotion from that guy. It's crazy. But yeah, so it's tough. I think I have to. I don't really have one idol. I look up to the people around me.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say that after, to be honest. Like I look up to when you guys are grinding. I'm like,
just 50 Cent, bro.
it fucking
I
it
can
gives
be
me
more like
it
him.
gives me
Okay.
energy, man. Even like when we went to Contender Series and you won, I was like, you remember the picture of everyone's freaking out? I'm just like it was.
No, I see that with you. Like even when we went to Magnata for
Yeah.
the tour and stuff, like it gets you excited.
Oh,
and,
buddy!
yeah.
I was gonna say you as well, man. Like I wanna the way we're like building the energy drink and stuff. Like this fucking shit jacks me up, man.
Yeah,
like,
man, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's inspiring as fuck.
But it's sick because we all feed off each other's energy, right?
Yeah.
And like,
That's
that's
what
the fucking thing, man.
Yeah.
I couldn't hang out with people that don't give me that. And I don't. Like that's
Yeah.
my I feel like all our circles are the same, or hang out with like-minded individuals, bro. Like
Driven, everybody's driven. for
driven, and
something,
everybody's
Yeah.
fuck, bro. I always get good energy and like just fucking motivation every time we like all hang out, man. It's just,
Or we talk shit. And then
or we talk shit.
yeah.
We hate each
But
other
we do
so
both.
much.
We do both. Yeah. Yeah.
You wouldn't tell we were
100%.
friends, but you know, we are. I swear
We
we
talk
love
the
each
most
other.
shit, but like nobody's upset about it.
Yes,
Like,
yeah.
For sure.
I'm sure we've
Yeah.
talked enough shit to each other that we've gotten riled up about it, but
Yeah.
I'm unbreakable, baby.
that's not true. I've seen this guy.
When I commented on your mustache that one time,
Oh, that fucking burned, bro. That burned. That was an insecurity for sure.
that's alright.
God,
It's back now. You're
It's
good.
back, dude.
You want to know how to be unbreakable? Just let somebody pick out your insecurities every fucking day.
Yeah, true.
And it happens.
It does
That's
happen.
that's Lyndon for you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, what are you guys interested in like outside of fighting? Like, sure, you used to skateboard and stuff.
Yeah, it's huge. Like big into skateboarding and snowboarding. Again, I really want to get back into skateboarding in the summer, but just like cruising and stuff. That's the big thing, man. I can't be going out, fucking hitting stairs and rails
Kick
and
flips.
stuff, and hurting myself. don't even. Yeah, exactly, man. Just like rolling my fucking ankle, dude. Now I'm out, right? So,
Yeah.
But I definitely want to be like cruising, and even like just getting like a longboard and stuff. But I remember we used to have a longboard, and we used to
Still have one,
fucking
bro.
cruise around and
Yeah,
shit, dude.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jack's been rocking a lawnmower.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
it's
man.
great because like you can just like float.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
not a lot of work.
Yeah, skateboarding, man. Snowboarding in the winters, again, another thing I got to get back into. But fuck, dude, like, what do we do, bro?
It's hard, man.
we go hit like a free time. We're like, let's go hit the cold plunge. Let's go hit the sauna, bro.
Yeah.
Let's fucking recover.
But like, the more that I think about that, it's like, I love spas, like
Yeah.
sauna, cold plunge, like making your body feel recovered.
Going out for a hike, getting nature.
I don't know why. That's like become like
because we're always so fucking fried.
Maybe
those
that's
are the
why,
only
yeah.
things that help us. Like when we leave after steamroll after like a Saturday hard week of training, dude, I'm like, this is it, bro. Like, I feel good. My body feels good, bro. Like,
I find my mind is like quiet. All of a sudden, right?
Reading, man. I've been loving reading, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
So no interest, like you guys aren't like into cars. You're not into shoes. You're not into.
I like tattoos.
You know, tattoos. Yeah, fair.
I like clothes. Yeah, I like all that stuff.
like
but
clothes.
it's But I do like. I guess I like food. Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Food,
good
Yeah,
food.
you get
But good food. But it just shows like how dedicated you guys are to this like lifestyle.
We're
right?
fucking
Because
boring.
Everything
think-
you said
Yeah.
literally relates to what you guys are
Yeah,
pursuing, right?
yeah.
So
I don't think people realize how, for these guys, like for MMA athletes, like how all encompassing your fucking life is. Like what you eat, who you hang out with. Yeah, like the shit they're talking about that they're doing for fun is part of recovery.
yeah.
Right? Like that's fucking crazy.
Well,
you know?
even like you know, I haven't ate anything bad since Serhiy.
Yeah.
You know
'Cause
what
he
I mean?
shamed
'Cause
you
he
that
shames
hard?
you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shames you.
Oh, man.
He
makes you
jumps in
feel
the car and goes,
so
"What'd you
shitty
eat today?"
about yourself. Yeah.
Mara and I call him the shame wizard.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Doesn't
Yeah.
work on me though.
Yeah.
I'll still have
No,
that piece
you'll
of
do it
cake.
out of spite.
That's-
Yeah, I'll
That's
eat
like
that piece of cake.
That's like
right
my boy.
now.
Like I did some air dance sprints with my buddy Sammy today from the gym, and he looks at me. He's like, "I gotta tell you, bro. I went to the movies last night, and I had popcorn, but no butter." I was like, he's like, I thought about you, bro, and I'm like, you're fucked, man.
Love that he
Did you
feels that he has
call
to
him on it or you let
confess
it
to
go?
you.
Huh?
You let it go?
I was pretty pissed, but
Yeah.
I was like, bruh, like you could have went and could have went to Nature's, got some like nice clean popcorn, bro. Come on, what are you doing, bro? He's like, I know.
I also think like once you get it, like I used to be obsessed with basketball, like when I grew up playing rep and high school until I was like 18, 19. But once you get into fighting, like no other sport or anything is like even mildly exciting anymore.
Right.
Man, I played so many competitive sports growing up.
Yeah.
So many. I played high level lacrosse. I haven't picked up a lacrosse stick since I was 18.
Yeah.
Since I started training, nothing else mattered.
I've never watched I've never followed sports, but I've watched like since UFC 1.
Yeah.
Right? Like you guys weren't even born yet.
Yeah,
Right? Like,
crazy.
you might have been Lars.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys weren't even born.
You guys,
you know.
you guys are 96s, so you would have been born the year of.
No, it's 93, I think, right? UFC 1?
I thought it was 96. So you were born. Or no, you weren't born. I'm retarded.
It was 93 was the first?
Yeah, 93, right? Patrick?
Well, yeah, they just had their 30-year anniversary.
Yeah, 93.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we weren't alive.
So I was 3.
Shit, dude.
Yeah.
Gang,
I was just
gang.
shadowboxing in the womb.
Yeah.
I don't think pregnancies last that long.
My
But
mom told me I came out the womb like this. The look he just gave me.
So, when you guys are fighting, and Lars, you two, like even kickboxing and stuff, you know, everybody wonders, like, you know, does that hurt? Like, Serhiy, your last fight, right? Your nose is broke. And it's like, that's got to hurt. Every time you get hit in the nose, everything. But is adrenaline like that strong that, you know what I mean? During it, you don't feel the pain? I know with a leg kick, you definitely feel the pain, right?
Yeah.
You know, but like, what about like, you know, taking damage? Like,
So,
It has to be. Sorry.
no, go
Yeah,
ahead.
it has to be a mentality thing, man. Because even talking about leg kicks now, bro. Like I just listened to the podcast with Holloway and Rogan, and then Rogan's like, "Yo, how are those kicks?" And he's like, "They hurt," but he's like, "For 25 minutes, I'm just shutting that pain out. Like I'm dealing with that after the fight's over." I kind of feel like the same, the same with me, man. Because like, yeah, definitely my nose. Like every time I got hit in the nose, I was like, "Fuck, this is uncomfortable." But I was like, "This is a future me problem," you know.
Yeah.
Like, and adrenaline is a hell of a drug, dude. I think if you're really feeling something in a fight, man, like it's probably really fucking.
so
bad.
like what's interesting is like, there's a study that shows that if it's self-preservation, so you break your leg, you're skiing and you're all alone, you won't feel the pain to get you out of there. Your body will block the pain because it knows you need to, you know, keep going and get out of there. But if there's somebody there with you that's going to help you, then you'll feel it all, right? So it's kind of cool, like how, you know what I mean? The brain can take over and, you know, block that.
Yeah, your subconscious, bro. It's like, dude, it's literally me or him. Like, I better fucking try to kill this guy really quick right now, yeah.
Well, it's like even when I fought in Burlington 2 years ago, I broke my hand in the first minute of the fight. And I didn't even know it was broken, but I kept hitting him with it. And it's like, you don't think about that because in the moment, again, adrenaline's a hell of a drug. Yeah. But also, like, you train so hard for one thing that, like, 15 minutes of being uncomfortable and not even uncomfortable, being in severe pain, like, that's nothing compared to the suffering that you've gone through to get there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the regret of not fucking giving it your all, right?
Because losing hurts more than any physical injury. Personally, like, losing hurts a lot more than, you know, I broke my hand. I was happy because I won, right? It's like, you don't care. You don't think about pain. You think about winning and survival. That's like the two things that...
I think about the people that are fucking watching, and I am not losing in front of these fucking people. No, but I think when you first start, and I mean, I haven't fought since like 2016, and obviously different sport, but when you first start, your adrenaline, like, you can't think. Like, we've talked about this, right? Like, you can't think at all. Like, you can't do setups, you can't do whatever. Your adrenaline is like so overwhelming, and you can't feel a single thing. Like, but then I think probably around like 5 fights, you start to like slow down and become comfortable in the adrenaline, but then you start to feel more. Right. So like it almost swings, and you want a balance, right? You want to be able to like plan things and like create setups and timing and whatever, but it sucks when you start to feel more, I guess. But I think you're right with like the mentality thing, right? Like 100%. if you're like go dark a little bit and it's like, it's me or you, or there's like, if you don't want to be there and like you know what I mean, then you're gonna feel it a little bit more, I guess. For sure. Exactly. I've had fights where I didn't want to be there.
I think there's people, and if you don't want to be there, maybe you're gonna look for an out.
100%.
You know, so if you didn't really want to be there, like Bobby hurt his hand, if somebody broke their hand, like, you see it all the time, right? And you know, they look for an out. If somebody gets like, you know, maybe it was an illegal shot, they're fine to continue, right? It wasn't that bad. But once the ref's like, you know, if it wasn't going their way, or they'll take the out, right?
I think also, like, what people don't realize is, like, it's not just someone hitting you that hurts. Kicking someone fucking kills. Like, even if it's not, like, there's good spots to hit and bad ones, right? Like, this is good, bad, good. Like, just where there's bone is gonna hurt, right? But like, someone's gonna check it, whatever. Like, that shit fucking hurts.
Unless you're Michael Venom Page and kicks him in the kneecap and break it in half.
And then to have the mentality to be like, I'm gonna throw that again.
You gotta be a little psycho.
You gotta be a little bit fucking insane. Yeah.
So you think, like, because we see it more now with like Connor, Anderson Silva, Weidman breaking their leg, throwing like a kick, right? You guys as fighters, does that ever like? Do you ever hesitate throwing a kick? Do you know, let off a little bit? Like, does that go through your mind? Like,
yes.
In training, yes, but in a fight,
no.
I've never had that.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
But in training, if I like get if I get my foot fucked up, I'm like, but in a fight, you're like, fuck it, throw it again.
So I also think, like, when you broke your hand, that was like during the finishing sequence, though. No, like, you had him hurt, and you were like, I'm going after
100%.
But so, like, I wonder if you broke it and it wasn't like, oh, I got to stop him, right? Like, it's just like we're in the middle of the scrap, you know what I mean? If you would have felt it a little bit more.
That's where the adrenaline comes into play, right? Like, I think your body, maybe I even got more adrenaline because I broke.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
My body could be like, shit, we gotta go.
We gotta end this.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know the science behind it, but I did. It did. I didn't notice it very much until after. So,
but there is that. I 100% agree. There's like the mentality thing of like either just fucking dig deep, go dark, and say fuck it, or like, I don't know if I want to do this, and then like all of a sudden, like,
well, that was the crazy thing after your fight. I came in the back and I'm like, did you make the decision? Because I've gone dark, but I had to be like, I'm going like, there was the decision in my mind of like, hey, I either bitch out or I go dark, and then I went dark. But you were like, I didn't even have to think about it. There was no decision to be made. I'm like, you're a fucking psychopath.
I know, dude. I realized it, bro. So I still wish I knew what I screamed at that guy in the fucking end of the round when I'm like yelling at him. I still don't know what I said.
You know what's funny? When I went dark, I did the same thing at the end of the round.
So Lars, when you go dark, like, is it Is it because there's all the people watching? Is it the competitiveness? You know, the fear of failure? Like,
I think it's all those things wrapped into one. But
yeah.
like, the thing I miss the most about fighting is the competitiveness. Like,
yeah.
Feeling someone's will like in your hands and like slowly breaking it is a fucking amazing feeling.
Yeah.
And what you guys were talking about on the way here, where like you set a pace and you can keep that pace, and you can feel the other person can't.
Yeah.
That's a fucking unreal feeling. And nowhere else in life, like if this is my buddy and I can tell like he has this insecurity and I poke at it and it bothers him, like, you're gonna be a nice guy and be like, whatever. But like, if I hit someone in the kidney and it hurts, I can be like, oh, did that hurt? And touch it again, right? Like, it's the only place in life where you can be a dick and you're like rewarded for it.
Sure.
Which is like naturally, very animalistically, like, I don't know, something really nice about it. I guess I don't know. Yeah.
There's no rules. It almost, as much as there is a few rules in there,
within
it
that
feels like
area.
So raw.
Yeah, it's the only place you're free.
You guys watch BKFC on the weekend?
I saw the highlights.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
I saw the results, but I didn't watch
Perry gets it again, you know? Like, guy was
Alves is a dog, too.
He was built for BKFC, right?
We're 5-0 now, I think, BKFC,
Yeah. So, BKFC, like, and then there's Game Bread, obviously, which is like bare knuckle MMA. Is that something that you guys would ever entertain? Like, BKFC, I find is like pretty one dimensional, right? And it can be stopped. Like, if you get cut, you get cut, and that's, you know what I mean. You don't necessarily lose, but you lose because you're cut. You took damage.
They don't seem to stop many fights based on cuts.
Yeah, fair.
They seem to let it go more than I think an MMA fight would be.
Yeah.
If somebody gets a bad cut in MMA, they seem like they will stop the fight.
Yeah.
If they can't stop the bleeding and shit,
yeah.
I think they'd have to stop every fight in BKFC.
Well, that's what I mean. So like, it's just one of those things.
Yeah.
So, what's your thoughts on that? Like, too
Bobby
one-dimensional. It's
you'd fight bare knuckle, I think, for sure.
I'd fight bare knuckle MMA.
Yeah.
Like for a bucket list, like one time for fun, or like at the end of a career if it's a great fight. Because like bare knuckle, like what you wrap your hands. It's like having a brick in your hand.
You talked about it before. It actually hurts less getting hit bare knuckle, in your opinion, right?
I would think so.
I would think so too.
But then again, like I said, I'm not the guy that's been in a ton of street fights. Mike Perry could tell you.
Yeah.
All I know is when they wrap my hand up in that cast, bro, I can punch through walls.
That's what I mean,
do that
man.
without my hand wrapped like that. Yeah.
And also grappling, like guillotines, like chokes, they become more accessible because you don't have a glove.
Yeah, it's so true, dude.
So it's interesting. Like, I'd be curious to see how it would change the sport, or like how much of a difference it really is. But it's kind of
would you say like Game Bread is like the closest to like a street fight?
Hell yeah, it's
Without
Jorge
the gloves,
Masvidal, bro. That's his thing, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's cool, man. Would you ever fight like bare knuckle?
I would do the MMA.
Would you ever bare knuckle? Because you're at high level. You're a good boxer. Your hands are clean.
I don't know if I would do it for boxing. I don't know. Like, that's later in the career shit, though. You know. Yeah. So my mind might change, but I definitely think MMA.
They have to pay you a bag.
They have to give me a bag, bro. Yeah.
So what about slap fight?
Not
if you guys have seen it.
Not a fucking chance, bro.
Yeah. I wouldn't do it, dude. We have a guy at our gym who's fucking. I don't know if he's I think he got in on a slap fighting fucking house, right? For like ultimate, it was like the Ultimate Fighter.
Who's
that? Actually?
Yeah. I don't know if I'm allowed to say. Am I allowed to say? What do you think?
You can tell me after.
Maybe don't. Maybe
it's just a guy. Yeah, it's just a guy we know at our gym.
Yeah,
and he's gonna make weight and everything for this. Like, he's gonna live in a house. He's slap fighting.
So I'm surprised. Like, number one, career longevity. Like, you pretty much get knocked out or concussed every single time. Yeah. Right.
This is just a fan. I think he's not a fan star. He's just like a hobbyist. Yeah. He's had like some amateur, or he's had some professional fights. And now he's
That's a scary hobbyist. That's a scary hobby. Yeah. If you just want to do that for fun, that's brain damage.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
You're not coming out there.
I don't understand.
I'm surprised. Like, when people get rocked in a fight, the fight's done. Okay, yeah. These guys got a certain amount of time to get back up, and then they go again. You know,
bro. You know, like when you get rocked and then anything hits you after, and it like just fucking wobbles you right away. Yeah. Imagine just fucking another hard ass slap,
and you can't even brace for it. It seems
my worst nightmare, bro.
Oh man, like, I'm sure as a fan thing, like if you knew nothing about brain damage, you knew nothing about the sport, you go in there and watch it, have a great time. I bet you the energy's crazy, But yeah, goddamn,
I would definitely watch that
it.
shit, bro.
Yep.
Yeah.
Never compete, and I wouldn't want anyone I care about to
Yeah,
compete in that either.
God, 10 years later, we're talking about it. Bobby's about to compete. I'm like, Bobby, no.
But like, okay, so MMA and boxing is sanctioned because it's like you can intelligently defend yourself, right?
Right.
And like the fight is stopped once you can no longer intelligently.
You're
defend.
literally not allowed to flinch.
Yeah, how do you intelligently defend yourself?
Right.
Because if you move a little, don't they re-slap you?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, oh, it doesn't count. They
Crazy.
flinched. Like what?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me something that people might be surprised to learn about you.
Okay, I got one.
Yeah.
I was in the military for like 3 years.
Yeah,
pretty
no
much.
shit.
Yeah, reserves. But like I did all like the basic training, a bunch of courses like a weapons course, tactics course, basic winter warfare course. Yeah, and I actually forget, like that's like, it feels like a lifetime ago now. Like I actually like forget that I did that. But
Yeah, that's
yeah, it was cool, man. It was a cool experience. Got to like fucking throw grenades, learn how to fucking shoot weapons, all that stuff. I feel like I probably can't remember any of that shit anymore. But I feel
maybe
like
if you picked it up though.
I think if I picked it up, I
Yeah.
would, man. Fun fact, I was the only person in my whole fucking course who didn't fail a weapons test, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
Nope.
Only guy, bro. I know. I can't believe it, bro.
But you hadn't been punched in the head as much.
Yeah,
back
I
then.
don't know, man. I was just so scared of my sergeant, bro, that I'm like, I can't fuck up. I cannot fuck up. Bro, this one, we had this like massive jacked sergeant, bro. I remember one time one guy fucked up a weapons test and he just took his fucking helmet and smashed into a table and the table just fucking broke. And I was just like, oh my God. But yo, I actually got a bunch of grappling experience during that because we used to do this thing called the bear pit. And we would just get all the boys like when all the fucking officers weren't around, we get all the boys like in a pit in the back, or like where we used to do like gym and phys ed and shit, and we would just grapple. So it'd be like they knew I fought because I put on my fucking resume, and they tossed me in there with like literally, bro. I went against the whole like everybody. But I remember this one guy who was like 230, bro, like Russian guy. He wrestled and stuff too, but like he fucking took me down and guillotined him, bro. I was like, let's go. They loved me for that, but that shit was crazy. I probably got like 20 matches, like out of my fucking career there.
Yeah.
It's a good experience.
Great
Sure it
experience,
is.
yeah.
And
just
different size too.
different
right?
sizes, yeah, man.
They don't care how big you are in the military.
No, it was just like go, bro. But that was fun, man. I did.
Did they make you box too, or?
No, it was just wrestling.
My buddy in the military was saying that they like would match guys up and just be like, go. Like
For boxing. Yeah. So maybe it depends on where you were and like depending on that level. But yeah, it was just grappling for us and but yeah, like cool shit. Like again, like we did grenades, we did like rappelling down buildings, fucking gas hut. That was crazy. Yeah. So like some crazy shit. Some long ruck marches, bro. Yeah, that shit was fun.
It's super cool.
Only
That's
horrible
crazy.
thing about that, bro, just no girls anywhere, bro. Just not it.
Just dudes, eh?
Bro, that's when I decided I'm like, military is not for me. The military is not for me, man.
What
What about you boys? Any hidden talents?
I don't know if I really. I guess I used to play like decently high level basketball, growing up. Yeah, I don't know if I have anything else that people would be surprised about. I don't know.
I guess.
How we talking?
What? I'm a fully trained firefighter.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit!
Right.
So I went to school for that. I did all my SEALs. I even went past that. Did like my rope technician course. Did my hazmat course. Like I fully ready to be a firefighter, but instead I decided to fight professionally like an idiot. Like the meathead I am.
Yeah,
I chose the harder route.
Still go back to it after.
But yeah, you know how it is. My parents wanted me to do something that would be.
It's the same with me, bro. With university, bro. Like my parents, are like you have to go to university,
Yeah.
or like.
My parents made me go to university,
So
and
did
after
mine.
1 year, I was like, I cannot do this. Also, I was in classical history. It's another dumb fact. I love history, but like, I actually that was the best I'd ever done in school. My parents were like, why do you want to drop out? Like, you're doing so well. And I'm like, what am I going to do? Become a historian?
Imagine, dude, this guy's life changed.
I can't believe people go to a 4-year degree for like geography or history.
History's pretty sick.
But there's so much to learn about it.
It is, but what are you gonna do
Exactly.
after?
You're
They
gonna
teach you other people.
Yeah, my parents wanted me to teach because they saw that as a stable
Yeah.
job. You get summers off. I couldn't do that shit. I needed something more fun. So
Yeah,
they're like,
my parents are very similar to yours about that, man. They're like, you have to
it's
get a
old school,
degree.
man. It's the boomers. That's what they all
Yeah.
thought. You got to go to university or else you're gonna be on the street.
No, but at least you like completed it, so they probably support you now. You know what I mean?
He didn't
'Cause you
complete
did
it.
I completed mine. He didn't complete
Yeah,
it.
well, he completed
Well,
fire school.
Yeah, I dropped out of the
yeah.
history.
Yeah.
I dropped out of history, but yeah, I completed the
No,
fire.
yeah.
Yeah, you completed something though.
Yeah,
you
thank
know?
God. I need to
Parents
complete
just want to
something.
see like go, something, right?
Yeah.
So at least they know you got something to fall back
Yeah.
on if it wasn't for you, right?
Yeah, he's like, he's not fully fucked. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's good.
Oh, I'm fully fucked.
If you could tell your younger self one thing, what would that be?
For me, probably like not fucking. And again, this is hard, but like just like, bro, I used to give a shit about people's opinions so much. Like everything I did, like in high school and like pretty much all of high school was just like to try to impress people, you know. But it wasn't my authentic self.
Yeah.
And like, fuck, dude, I feel like I made myself so miserable for so many years trying to do that shit. And now I just run my mind, bro. I just do whatever the fuck I want. And like,
Yeah,
I feel
you're
like
just you now.
I'm just
Yeah.
me, man. And I'm just so
Yeah.
much happier. But like, I was always playing like a person that I definitely
It's
wasn't.
like liberating.
It's liberating,
Yeah.
yeah, man. And it took me a fucking while to figure that out, but yeah, like I felt like all of high school I was kind of trapped in that identity. I think when I went to university and like it was almost like a fresh start, you know, and
Right.
that's kind of when I started figuring that shit out. But yeah, dude, that I feel like that caused me a lot of fucking misery for a long time, just trying to fit in, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a big one for a lot of people, especially like when we're young, right?
Yeah.
Mine would probably like go towards fear. I think like when I was young, I didn't try to like if I was scared of something, I would move away from it or type of thing, right? I think as I got older, and fighting helps with that, right? Because you're like, what is the saying? Like courage isn't the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. So like learning to go towards it and just like, it's not going to go away, right? You just have to try to ignore it or like deal with it and keep going, right?
Right. And there's no courage without fear, right? Like
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Yeah.
fucking so true.
You see people like, and you think like, oh my God, like they're so confident. No, they have the same feelings you have, right? Yeah. You have to conquer it every day. How about you, buddy?
That's a hard one, but I think like the biggest thing for me again be like, wish that I trusted my instincts a little bit more. Sometimes I would just like somebody would tell me something and I would like I was so gullible growing up.
Yeah.
I was so gullible. Somebody tell me something, I'd bro science. I'd be like, it's true then.
Yeah.
And,
I don't believe shit anybody says.
I know I'm bad at that still though, man. Somebody tell me something and I'll take it as gospel. And like I wish earlier I'm getting better at calling bullshit, but sometimes, man, it was really hard when I was younger. Also growing up, you know, small town. I didn't have a lot of outside influence.
Yeah.
I had like my direct friends and my family. It was pretty small, so it's like
Yeah.
now coming here, it's like it's different. You kind of open up.
Mm-hmm.
You still don't like the big city.
What?
You still don't like the big city, I said.
God no. Keep me away from Toronto, bro.
Remember when we went to the Andrew Schultz, and then after I'm like, fuck, I'm alive. Let's go hit the streets. And I can see him. He's like, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I don't like the city. Like when we went out for dinner,
Yeah.
you know, and just like
Fucking finding parking, bro.
can't find
People
parking.
everywhere.
I'm like, how do
Oh,
people
it
do
stresses
this?
me
You
out,
know?
man.
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah.
So many women.
Favorite book?
Mine's The Hobbit.
The Hobbit.
I've read it 3 times.
Really?
Come on.
Yeah.
So there's something people didn't know about you.
I'm a
You're a nerd.
huge
Oh yeah,
nerd.
I got some fantasy books.
Yeah, I like fantasy books. Yeah.
Nice.
Shout out Peter. Thank you for those books. Serhiy made fun of me for the last 3 days nonstop, but I'm gonna read them and they're gonna be good. Yeah, I'm
No
such
pictures,
a
though.
I'm such a nerd. God damn.
That's cool.
What about you?
The first book I ever read was The Power of, A New Earth by Eckhart
Oh
Tolle.
yeah, I was gonna buy.
That one's just like,
That's the first book you ever read.
Yeah.
That's the first book you've ever read.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
How-
a big book.
How
bro,
much
to
did you
read.
struggle reading that?
How much
I
did you
read
not read
every
before?
page like fucking 4 times.
Crazy.
But it like, yeah, that book like changed my life at the time. I feel like, yeah. I don't even remember what it's really about. It's like living in the moment type of
it's
thing.
he just repeats that kind of because like I read the Power of Now, which is
I read that one after,
Yeah.
but you're supposed to read it first, right?
Yeah.
But I read New Earth first.
That's the first book you ever read?
Like
Didn't that come
outside
out
of like
5
school
years
and
ago?
shit. No, I read it in.
I just started reading,
Didn't that
dude.
just come
Leave me
out pretty
alone.
recently?
Leave me alone.
outside of like school or like, you know what I mean. Yeah, it's the first book I ever like really picked up.
for me is The Inner Game of Tennis. That's my favorite book. Like I read that every fight camp.
Yeah.
It's not a crazy book. Like you fucking finish it like pretty quickly, but it just has so many good points, so that I like to like read over before competition and stuff, and so it helps you get in the flow state, man, and also helps you just like get like excited for the adversity you're about to face. Like it makes you like it literally, that book like makes me like excited to go like do something that's scary and stuff. So like it has a lot of, and it helped me with my teaching, my coaching, my learning. So yeah, I recommend that book to like legit everybody that wants to read it for like just for like sports performance and teaching. Yeah, like that. I've read that book like actually like 5-6 times now.
It's not about tennis, eh?
It is actually about. It's about the game. Like the game is tennis, but it's just like this one guy, and he's just trying to figure out like, you know, he was like, fuck man, like I'm so good at practice, but like I can't perform that like the same way, like what's going on.
So like performance anxiety?
Yeah, just like get overthinking and stuff like that. And then also like he's like, oh shit, like I'm teaching these people, but then when I overteach them, they perform worse. Where I let them kind of like figure their own shit out, you know, and kind of coach less, give them less cues, they start performing better. And it's kind of that kind of whole mindset. Yeah, it's very, very interesting. And like, again, it's fuck man, it's like literally my favorite book for sure.
That's interesting in fighting, because it's like when people try to like teach their style to someone else, sometimes it doesn't work.
Well, that's what
people have their own individual.
It doesn't have that fluidity.
Yeah. The flow state, like you're only gonna reach it.
It's so big on that, man. Yeah.
Cool.
So fights coming up, kind of waiting.
Yeah, man.
Waiting to see what's up, just staying healthy.
Yeah, dude. I'm pretty much 80%. Like I'm treating it like I'm in camp right now. I'm training like I'm in camp. Like the only thing I would say is like if I need a fucking 2 days off, I'll take 2 days off. But I haven't had that yet. Keeping my way ready, so if I get a 4 to 6 week notice call, I'm fucking good to go. Yeah, that's kind of my mindset right now. Just waiting for the call, man. But I'm fucking eager to get there. I feel like even the last 4 or 5 weeks, I've leveled up so much with like just our striking and our jiu-jitsu. It's like it's fucking crazy to see, and I'm like, damn, like I'm still getting way better. Yeah, and nice. So now it's just like stay ready, man. Don't fuck around, and when an opportunity presents itself, like let's take it.
Yeah. And Bobby, we kind of got our fingers crossed for June.
Yeah, so BTC has a card June 8th.
Yeah.
And you know, they've done everything on their end, it seems like, to get a fight. We've had a couple unfortunate pullouts already, but they have one guy that they're just waiting on the contract, see if he can get his visa. But you know, all things considered, it seems like it's gonna be pretty likely. But regardless, even if I don't fight June 8th, like I'm in full fight. I've been in full fight camp since literally February. Yeah. So like I'm ready to go at any time.
Yeah. But and that seems more common, I guess. Nowadays, like in Canada, or I guess Ontario, is that a thing? Like finding fights, like consistent.
Yeah,
higher weight class. I think it's tougher.
Yeah, it's like Haley's been trying to get fights forever, right?
She's just big for a girl, like as well, right?
It's like the 170.
Yeah. She's a beast. Yeah.
The 170 division is just like so much smaller. The pool is smaller than like let's say the 135s. Like there's so many.
135 is probably the most stacked. Would you say
135, maybe 155 are the two biggest divisions. 170 is probably one of the lower ones, and then also just getting licensed in Ontario. Guys in the States, guys from other places, they don't want to do it. It's expensive.
It's a pain in the ass.
It's a pain in the ass. So like getting guys to agree to it is, you know, you gotta fucking twist their arm to get there, and then they're probably coming in not for an A-side matchup, right? Yeah. So, you know, but they seem like they got somebody, and I'd love to fight at home again. Last time was great, and I just want to run that back. Same place.
Yeah. Know. No, I'm excited. Like,
I'm hoping, man. As soon as I get that contract, you guys will know.
And you've been going hard. Like my kids, been inspiring training with my kids.
Jack and Parker, they've been putting in work.
Yeah.
Do you have them sparring each other?
No, not yet. We're still doing basic drills because I only see them once a week.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's been like about almost a month and a half now, almost 2 months consistently.
That's
so
good,
they'll start doing some drills. They started drilling with each other the first time last week. Yeah. Where it's like, you know, catching pads.
But Parker's southpaw and Jack's orthodox. So
so it's awkward.
There's a lot of but it's good.
They'll get used to it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
They're learning fast. They want to learn. I love that.
Yeah.
Like
They love it. I've been punching them in the face for years. So, yeah.
I've been beating my kids for years. So
yeah, bro, they're kicking each other like pretty hard, and like not one complaint, not one. I'm
No,
like,
that's it. Yeah.
if I got any of my other kids from any other classes, they would be crying.
That's great though, because teaching kids who don't want to be there is
the worst feeling.
Oh, for
It
sure.
actually is the most draining thing of life.
Yeah.
Parker did boxing for a while and stuff, and he loved it, right? Like, that kid will go, like, he'd do, like, 3 hours straight. He's looking at me for an out, you know, like, Dad, you know, is that good, you know? And I just look away, you know, no eye contact, keep going. Yeah, and then, so he'll push, right? Like, that kid's, you know, he's been through some shit, right? So, yeah, he gets after it. So this one, you guys can choose one or the other or both, but either best day of your life or worst day of your life. Last question.
Fuck, man. I'd say my best day of my life. It's got to be winning the Contender Series fight, bro.
Yeah,
like,
no
probably
doubt.
up there. Yeah, that was that was just a surreal. And it wasn't even just like the moment was for me, man. It was seeing the emotions of everybody else, bro. That made that shit so much fucking cooler. Like Lyndon crying, bro. Paul fucking crying, man. You guys fucking so hyped up, you know. Like Sarah like crying and stuff. And I was like, it was such a cool, like, just everybody, man, was just like on such a high.
So like you were able to give that to them.
Yes,
you know?
and then just like, man, like Lyndon's been there with me since day one, and like I'm his first student who got to the UFC from literally like the basics to this, right? And like
huge,
man. And like I still remember in the back room, bro, like he's giving me speeches, bro, like 5 minutes before we're about to walk out, and he's starting to cry, and I'm about to cry, and I'm like, bro, like the camera's on my face, you can't make me cry right now, right? But he's just like, he's literally in tears, bro, and I'm like, fuck, I'm trying to keep my shit together too, bro, and like, but you just like, you see how much it means to like him and everyone else, bro, and like that was just a crazy moment, again, not just for myself, but for like everybody around, man. That was cool.
Yeah,
I just want to keep making moments like that, man.
Yeah, for sure.
There you go.
Meeting me.
Worst day of my life.
Worst
meeting
day,
Serhiy.
he's going with worst day.
A little bit of both.
Best day of my life so far. I mean, winning in your hometown is like the most amazing feeling ever. As much as it's like you want so much more, it's like those feelings come and go. And like there was a time after that fight where I was like, this might be the best euphoria I've ever had in my life after I won in Burlington last time. Because like when you win and you look and you see everyone you care about right in front of you, it's like it hits different than like when you win elsewhere. It's like, oh, this was amazing, like great, like but I can't wait to get to my phone to talk to people that I care about. It's like versus this, everyone's there, like everyone I could have ever imagined. So it's like those feelings that was like it was amazing.
I can't think of the best day of my life or something. I know like the best.
Let's go. Be a downer. Tell us the worst day of your life.
Worst day of my life.
Yeah. We can all come around and say our worst day too if you really want to get
I
dark.
don't even know what my worst day is.
No. I mean, slowly watching my dad die was probably fucking terrible. Like going into the hospital room and talking to him when he's like tied up on tubes and shit was probably fucked.
Yeah, I can't see it being much worse than that.
No, he said some fucked up shit to me while he was on like whatever drugs they put them on as well. So that was fucked. I think I know like the best period of my life would probably be like after my dad passed away. There was 2 years where I was like fucking just insane, like partying and like doing all sorts of shit,
grieving in your way, right?
Like fighting in the street, like I said, I got knocked out cold like really badly. And then when I read that book, like The Power of Now, and then started training and like got obsessed with like self-development, and that was like the first time I felt like in the moment, you know what I mean, in my entire life. So I think that was like the best period of my life. But I don't know about the best day. I like to think the best day hasn't happened yet.
Nice.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
It's very, very wise of you.
Yeah. Damn, bro. I thought Ecker totally got you.
All right, you guys gotta go dark now that I went dark.
No, I don't have it. I can't even.
Seriously, my life's
too
perfect.
Positive, eh? He's like, no, it's all blocked out. Anything dark.
My life's perfect.
No, it's not. I definitely have some bad days, but fuck, I can't think of like one like.
Yeah. Nothing stands out like specifically. Yeah.
Oh, wait, yeah.
I've had too many to count.
I was like, where do I start?
Yeah, where do I start
Where
here?
do I start? Yeah.
Oh fuck. It's a tough one. Huh?
It's alright. You don't have to go there.
Yeah, I just leave it
You got
on.
another
Right?
one?
Yeah.
Sick,
Right on,
though.
man.
Yeah.
Is that the last one?
Yeah, I think that's
That's
good.
fucking money.
Yeah.
That was sick.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Well, now you guys know a little more about us. And,
Little Q&A.
the way we tick.
Yeah.
So
We're not just
boys.
meatheads, okay? We have feelings.
I went to school.
Let's go.
Guy can load a gun.
Yo.
All right, so the wing challenge should be up soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I guess we can break it, but the dog thing will be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, so next week's dog bite.
You don't want to be there at all, eh?
Apparently,
No, I do for sure.
He said that the guy's gone
I
next
legit.
week.
Oh, is he?
I don't like dogs.
Yeah.
Because I've been bit a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, "Oh, just don't think about it."
Okay,
I'm
why
like,
have you
"Fuck, let
been-
a dog
why have
bite
you
you
been
and
bit
shit,
so many
and see if you just don't think about it."
Is
Right?
it like the res dogs getting you or what?
No, the rest dogs don't get me. Yeah,
Those bitches don't get me.
yeah.
It's the res cats.
Yeah, you gotta watch the rest cats.
They
Yeah.
look like fucking savages,
But
man.
yeah. Okay. Well.
But no, I'm 100% down. Like, I'm like, it's exposure therapy.
So we'll do it when you
Let's
get back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, fuck
We'll
it.
send it.
You guys. Yeah. Wing challenge.
What are
will
we
be up
going to do
soon.
next weekend then? Or next week then?
Figure it out.
Should we just take a week off then?
No, we'll figure it out.
We can do something. We'll figure it out.
Do something.
Get creative.
Okay, so we got some challenges coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are
Fucking
jokes.
let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna do. Right, so I ran into Lucas today actually, and I was like, "How are we gonna do like a winner?" He's like, "Whoever's like not the biggest bitch or something like that." I'm like, "All right,
So go karting and
oh, that'd be
paintballing.
good." Yeah.
We'll do that together. There's a place in Hamilton that they're side by side.
Do
So
you
we'll do
think they
that.
would,
We'll
like-
do teams. We'll pick teams.
Do you think they'd let us film?
And then yeah. So I was thinking we might need to get a couple more GoPros and we'll put them on the cars,
That'd be fucking.
or
wild.
even we'll just wear them on helmets or something, right?
Oh yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
I just want to see a video of me shooting Serhiy in the face with a paintball gun. Oh man,
I
I
want
would.
to see me fucking like slipping and
Pop pop.
Matrix style, bro.
yeah.
Bro, I was in the
bad.
military. Trust me, you want me on your side.
I'm probably actually gonna
Yeah.
lose.
You
I'm
got,
actually not good at
tactics and shit.
paintball. I'm just
Imagine
gonna
you
drop the gun and
forgot
sprint at
everything.
you.
Bro, I wouldn't be shocked, dude. This break can only fit so much knowledge, bro. I'm thinking about punching on the back step too much.
He's like holding the gun backwards.
Alright, great episode though, guys.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Peace.
Peace.